Good evening to all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
I'll just start my presentation. Is my PPT visible?
Yes, sir.
Can I start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody has come?
Yes, sir.
Good evening to all of you. This is our first lecture. So today, I'll be covering how to select the research topic. Let's say what is research? Basically, I'm just talking about basics, which you also know. But we tend to forget that research is an original contribution. It's not a copy paste, इधर से गूगल से ये लिया, उधर से ले लिया, ये रिसर्च पेपर ले लिया, कॉपी किया, पेस्ट किया, oh, research paper. It's not that. Because the question which will be asked is that what is the new thing you have done? You ask yourself. It's not a cut and paste job. This is very, very important. So keeping that in mind, what is the next? So therefore, you may start the research by doing a secondary research. That's why, I have told you to download, some 50 papers. Normally, बाकी सभी लोग करते हैं. ये नए ग्रुप से भी मेरा यही expectation है. Because I want all of you to write a review paper first. Side by side, you should write a review paper. And we will discuss that. Literature review जब आएगा मौका तो उसमें बताऊंगा. So the review paper which we should publish, present it in our conference in April. By that time, hopefully, we should be able to write a research proposal. Hopefully, within 2 to 3 months. Let's aim at by within 3 to 4 months, we should finish it off. But fundamentals should be clear. And that is the reason why secondary research is important. Because in secondary research, what happens, you come to know the subject better. लोगों ने क्या किया है, क्या नहीं किया है, So you understand, the topic में दम है, नहीं है. If it is all old hackneyed topic, everybody has talked about it. So how will you find out what is so great about it? What is so new thing in that? Because PhD is given to find out something new, not something which is already there, right? So you can do, you can discuss with your, with your colleague, with your other friends about the topic, so that you can get. So that is the idea that the research. What is not research? Basically, just saying that ये मुझे data मिला, so what? इतने लोगों ने ना बोला, इतने लोगों ने हाँ बोला, ये research नहीं है. Are you getting my point? Research is not that finding out how many people said yes, how many people said no. No. Research is to find out the relationship. Why the people said yes? What is the rationale behind people saying yes? Right? And if they are saying yes, why it is so? For an example, I'll give you. जैसे आप टीवी में, स्टार सेलिब्रिटीज आते हैं, celebrities comes, sports celebrities, film celebrities, they endorse a brand, right? So am I a fool to go by that endorsement? Some people do, but why they do? What is the behavior? Why they behave abnormally? This is abnormal behavior if I don't have my own personality. if I'm getting influenced by somebody else's endorsement, right? Because I call him or her as a celebrity, maybe sports or maybe this. So what is the rationality? So in 2021, we studied one research. I did my research. This is my personal research I'm sharing. That why people behave like this? Do we not have brains? So I took up the graduate and postgraduate consumers and tried to study whether these educated people are whether they are getting influenced by these people. And I was surprised that they are not. The educated people, they are not getting influenced by the celebrity endorsement. For high involvement product, 0. For low involvement product, yes, provided the content is good. This is my finding, but this is not research. I have to justify why people behave like this. People behave like this because in a low involvement product like which costs less than 100 rupees, right? As our income has gone up, so abhi 100 rupees hai, pehle 10 rupiya hota tha, फिर 20 rupiya aaya, that way also. Because my left brain is not very active, but for high involvement product, my left brain is very active, and my limbic system, it is related to thalamus. Now in that brain, start thinking, am I doing right thing? Why should I get carried away by this celebrity endorsement? उसको तो बोला गया है, उसको बोला गया है बोलने के लिए, तो क्या मैं भी उसकी तरह वो बोलता है तो मैं भी उसकी तरह पागल हूँ कि मैं उसको खरीदूं? I'm just trying to explain to you in a very simple language, right? So they don't get carried away. And this paper came in the #1 journal, listed in A-listed journal, Journal of Strategic Marketing, International Journal of Strategic Marketing. So the idea is that what is so great about it? So I have to bring certain theories to explain, not only the left brain and right brain, but also the theories, like, there are many theories which explains. For an example, I'm just working on one paper which got, reviewed and not rejected. They asked a lot of modifications. Like during Corona time, why people buy through online more? So what is the theory to explain that? It's a theory of fear, right? Fear, because of the fear, people tend to buy more. So what? So we have to explain. A machine cannot do this. Machine can give you the output that itna ye percentage hua, itna ye hua, itna hua. Doesn't make sense. That's what I call it as a research. Now, having discussed that was a preamble, let's try to talk about how will you select a research topic. Basically, the #1, there are many ways. I'm just trying to make your job simpler. One is based on the problem identified. See, you can go to the literature review. That's what I told you, to go to the literature review and select the subject of your choice. So what happened? You get a problem. The gap analysis. So from there, you can find out which area is the gap says so, which variables I can study related to a particular topic. For an example, the brand extension acceptance based on culture and religion. How the culture and religion affects the brand extension acceptance. So that was my topic. So I did it like this. This is the abstract, which I thought I'll just share with you, that this is how I wrote. The cultural difference exists, in terms of rupee payment, those so many for each product. Brand extension in India, acceptance varies. So there is just I have taken this from the Journal of International Journal of Indian Culture and Business Management in 2008. This was published. This is a ABDC listed journal, which I'll give you. Don't worry about those things. Abhi to pehla lecture hai, so let it not jump. So this is how we did it. The second point, first I told you based on the gap. Second point, identify the problem based on happening in society. Society में क्या हो रहा है? जैसे children behavior and role of TV exposure, influence of kids on purchase behavior of parents. Or for an example, can we advertise globally to save cost? Global advertisement. The impact of global advertisement in India as well as in Sri Lanka or in SAARC countries. Whether how does it make sense? I'll just give you some marketing example, but you can. I'll give some other examples also. Yeah. For an example, why there is a more attrition in BPO and IT sectors, right? For an example, effect of merger on employee engagement and motivation. Some suggestion I'm giving you. How has new packaging affected the sale of a product, role of code area, or impact of social media advertising message on brand recall? So you can take in related to FMCG sector or industrial product, or you can take a particular sector is very, very important, right? You cannot talk in too abstract. So you have to add industry. How do price and quality rates on consumer evaluation of industrial product? This is just a thought process. I thought I'd just share with you. For an example, I did one research on impact of malls on small retailers. There was a client of mine which was, which still exists in Ahmedabad. They market, like MDH masala. So similarly, they also have different types of masalas packaging. They used to market different masalas, mirchi ka masala, like dhania masala. So I also learned. So they made me run about. They said, "Sir, hamare saath chaliye, let us study the market." So I got excited, and I said, "Let us involve these sales rep to study the impact of small retailers and how the malls are affecting small retailers." So I did the research, and then I published it in the Journal of Business and Retail Management Research, October 2008 ki baat kar raha hu. Again. So this got published there, and I was surprised that small retailers are they are least bothered. So taking a cue from this study, can we take up the impact of, like I was talking to one lady of you, one of your colleague, that how the online payment is system is accepted by mom and pop store and consumer, because if you see 70% to 80%, now of course 70% is too optimistic. As per the data, it is 90%. 90% of the retailers are small scale. Now, how this small scale? This is as per the retail association RAI data. So if 90% of the retailers are small scale, which is owned by family owned, then how is the online acceptance or Paytm? She was talking about Paytm. So how the Paytm or mobile payment is accepted at these segment? So there is a very interesting area which which will be beneficial. So just I thought, let me share the thought process with you. The third one is third way of that your topic should not be too narrow. जैसे मैंने अभी आपको बताया, narrow नहीं होना चाहिए. It should be broad based, so that लगे कि ये PhD topic है, right? Suppose you want to measure the advertising effectiveness, right? To measure a study on measuring the advertising effectiveness, right? Of what? Advertising effectiveness based on the advertisement in internet or based on the Instagram, or based on what? TV. It should not be too narrow, right? A too vague. And you should not, say for an example, the study of consumer behavior, how impact of religiosity on the consumer purchase behavior in malls. So this was, then comes subject should be feasible. Very, very important. So you have to take the topic where you feel, is it feasible to collect? So any topic which you select should have both secondary and primary data both. Am I very, very clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Only primary data or only secondary data will not make any sense. If you are selecting a primary data, then and which is very, very tedious process to finding out something new. So very difficult. So it's better to combine both secondary as well as primary data. And normally we don't select any topic which doesn't have both. Am I clear till now? Any confusion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
For an example, how Korean companies are marketing their product. Very difficult. Very difficult to find out how Korean companies are marketing their product. There were some students who came from Yongsan University to our Sidney Management Institute. So they were working for Korean companies, in India, and they also took some courses in Sydney. So I took that course for them on Indian culture, Indian behaviors, Indian management studies, something on marketing. So but the Korean companies, they don't disclose how they are marketing it. Only you have to find out from the what they are advertising. Because if they disclose, they'll be removed from their job. They are not supposed to disclose their information, what they are doing. So your topic should be broad-based, not narrow. Number two, broad-based topic should be added with industry-specific or category-specific. Say, industry-specific like FMCG sector or chemical sector or IT sector, or category means, or you can take demographic profile like millennium. Abhi aajkal fad hai, millennium research, people are doing a lot of research on XYZ consumer behavior, on X, Y, and Z consumers. So because each different categories of consumer, they behave differently. So there is another area which you can take up and link this in your topic. Then the fifth one, identify the areas which others have done but not done in our country or organization. It's also a very good idea. How RKS model to calculate brand equity to compare with interbrand equity model. This is another way you can take up. This is the topic which I have done PhD and I practice it. So this is a too narrow topic, but think about it. Bridge positioning is another area which I have done a lot of research, which is untapped. PhD thesis can be done. Or based on administrative agencies issues topic, like why females are not complying with the intake of medicine. This is too narrow for the thesis. But can we broaden it? So you can just broaden the topic. This is, I thought, let me give you. Now the sixth example is based on the limitation and scope for future research. I'm sure some of you must have downloaded some of the research paper from Google Scholar. If you type usme aata hai PDF, so type that PDF, you get full paper, so you can get some idea. So usme, you should go to the limitation of the study. वो लास्ट में आता है, conclusion के बाद managerial implications आता है, limitations and future scope आता है, right? So you study that, and then you can get an idea. Oh, this is a new area which I can do, because the author has to suggest that which are the areas which, if on this topic, can be explored further. So that is a one very good, area, or you can, for an example, you can extend, किसी ने culture के ऊपर किया है तो let's say, for example, how North Indian, South Indian, and East Indian, West Indian behaves on brand, say for example, country of origin. I've done one experience. Seventh is based on the same thing. Seventh is based on the scope for future research. One, I told you limitations. Then some people write scope for future research as a separate topic. Otherwise, normally they write limitation and scope. So you can catch hold of the scope. For an example, further studies can expand the scope of the study by including more various cultural framework, and by adding some control variables such as demographic information, ethical perception, and so on. So that is how you can get an idea, and then you decide whether is it a broad-based or narrow-based. If topic narrow-based, then again, you'll have problems. This is just an example. For future research, could investigate the brand identity factors that might lead to synergistic and effectiveness of communication campaign. It could be good to research on brand equity and brand identity relationship. This I have taken from my own research paper. So I've done a lot of research on brand identity and brand equity. So and merger acquisition, I've developed my own model also, which has got published in 2020 in International Journal of Pharmaceutical Marketing. Is published by Emerald, right? So अभी आजकल मैं 2-3 साल से comparative study बहुत कर रहा हूँ. So a lot of comparison I'm doing. So film on comparative focus and its role in co-branding in retail outlet. जैसे अपना आप जाते हैं McDonald में, and you are a thumbs up guy. I'm a thumbs up guy. But when I go to McDonald, earlier I used to take, they used to offer Coke. So I used to take Coke, but later on I substituted it with the cold coffee, right? So it all depends. And so I said, why I'm behaving like this? So I wrote a research paper. Comparative study is a good idea. And I've done a lot of work on comparative study, like co-branding, for an example, based on existing research. Co-branding in India at retail counter can be extend to Thailand. If you are a IB person, then if you're touring Switzerland, I say Switzerland. Or for example, you can take impact of psychic distance on global brand acceptance. This paper of mine has come earlier in Elsevier publication. Where I can add now Turkey and USA. It's a good idea to add. Recently, 2 paper of mine has come on global brand McDonald, a comparative study or perception study of McDonald in US and India among the consumers. So I involve local consumer faculty from US, from New York, Siena Business School, New York, and in India, I was there. So he initiated it, and then I added as a co-author, then I became a main author and got 2 papers published on the same issues. Then 9th is based on your observation. See, when you observe people, like Generation Y behavior is different. They are totally different people, class aparts. Generation X are very sincere. Generation X, Y, Z are totally different. So you can take Generation Y, born after 1987. You can study their profile and see what is happening. If I am correct about Generation Y definition. Then this is one of the product placement. I got it published in Journal of Strategic Management. Observation, जैसे वो मैगी उसका था ना मुन्नी बदनाम मूवी. So I was taken aback. अरे क्या बात है? ये गाने में you know they are talking about product, you know, that triggered my mind, because you have to look for something new. I like to do something different. When I was working, I always say क्या नयापन किया है? Every month I used to ask myself, what new things I have done in my job? Otherwise, I'll be losing my job. The fear of losing the job used to compel me to do something different. So here even as a faculty, I ask, क्या नया किया? क्या नया किया? कुछ नया किया क्या? कुछ नया किया क्या? So Muni Badnaam Hooka, that I triggered the thought process. I started working on the comparative study of brand recall, comparative study of film songs versus brand placement on brand recall. Which one is better? So that's how the comparative word has crept in my mind and started. And now, if you type comparative, you may find a couple of my papers on comparative study. During the last 3-4 years, I'm doing a lot of work on comparative study.